and welcome. I'm glad you're here. I can see lots of you already hopping in the comments. That's how you know it must be release day, because you guys want to hear about all the new things that are going on. I've read the comments that have passed by already, and I thought it was worth calling out that Shelly sees the sun today. She said, "What is that bright orb in the sky?" It's been a while, so hopefully you're seeing the sun today as well. I know that winter can get tough. It gets kind of dreary around here, and it's wonderful to celebrate when we get to see the sun. So those of you in the sunny areas, Arizona, California, Florida, just enjoy the sun for all of us all the time. So good morning. Again, I'm glad you're here. If it's your first time watching or tuning in, please leave a comment, even if you're catching us on a replay. We love to see you commenting, and love that you're joining in to see what's going on. Today is a big day. We have a lot going on at Tailored Expressions, and those of you that have been around TE for a while, some of this will be familiar to you. Maybe you've already participated in a past combo club. Maybe you're new and you're waiting to hear what this combo club thing is all about. That is one of our offers today, and those of you who know about it have been asking and waiting and wondering when the registration for Combo Club is going to launch. So that's today. And I am gonna pop a graphic up here on the screen just so that you can see. Combo Club is something that arrives on your doorstep each month. You can choose whether you want to participate in a 3 or 6 month option. It is prepaid, so once you choose 3 or 6 months, you are locked into getting the exclusive products delivered straight to your doorstep for that time period. Products usually ship around the middle of the month, like the business day that's nearest to the 15th of the month. We have live stream tutorials, and the reason why we call it Combo Club is because you get to see a combo of products each month, and typically, I'm going to come back to you now, so typically our Combo Club has followed the same product combo for the entire 3 or 6 months. Last year we did Stencil and Embossing folder combos. Those were super fun. The year before that we did we do Stamp and Stencil combos? Yes. And the year before that, we did Create and Quads. This year, we were excited to just be able to explore a lot of different combos of products. So each month, you're going to get something different. We're starting out with a Create and Quad stencil, and then we will follow up with a Stamp and Die combo. And then the third month will be a die and cardstock combo. So you're going to get a curated pack of our cardstock to go with a really fun exclusive die. And then we'll repeat that cadence, that order for the second 3 months as well. So if you want, you can try it out for 3 months, and then we'll have an open enrollment period where you can sign up for the second 3 months. However, if you decide you don't want to miss all 6 months and you sign up today for 6 months, you're going to get a free exclusive gift with your first shipment, which happens in April. So we are super excited. I love doing these combo clubs. The other fun part about this is supersizing your combo. Anybody go to fast food restaurants, and it was probably more of a 90s, early 2000s thing where you would say, supersize my combo, and it would just get bigger and better. So that's what supersizing your combo is. We also offer exclusive products to those of you who are part of Combo Club that coordinate with the items that you receive. So if you want to add more versatility, you will get that opportunity to buy extra items to supersize your combo. So if there are people in the audience watching today who have questions, please pop them in there. I know we have many people who have done Combo Club for several years, and I want you to hear it from them too, that if this is something you love, leave that comment and let people know who might be on the fence what you love about Combo Club, what you're excited about this time. I think those are all good things to share with people that might just be finding Tailored Expressions. So that's the first thing we have going on today. And as I mentioned, that is starting today for 2 weeks. So you will have a 2-week time period to sign up for Combo Club, and then we shut it down. So it's not something you can decide each month if you want. You have 2 weeks to purchase either a 3 or 6 month to get in on that first round of Combo Club. All right, let's talk about freebies. Everybody likes freebies, right?
I love freebies!
Whitney loves giving things away, and the cool thing about Tailored Expressions is we give something away in every single order. We have what we call an every order freebie, and this year we are following a theme called Critter Crew, which is super fun. As you can imagine, this is a critter each and every month that's going to get released on the first of the month, and every order you place, you will automatically get it. You don't have to add it to your cart. It will just be shipped, and then we have some extra goodies to go along with it. If you do want, let's say, a coordinating die for your critter, coordinating sentiments, you can grab those as well. So that launches automatically on the first of each month with orders being placed, and I'm going to give you a first look at it right now. So let's take a look at February. This is my favorite part. I say that all the time. I love filling out this card. This is our Critter Crew collection card. You can purchase this if you're planning to collect all 12 stamps. Each of your stamps in your order comes with a tiny sticker. The January stamp was this adorable little turtle. You can see the turtle on the back of the panel here. And then this just provides a great way for you to store your items. So let's take a look at your freebie for February. Here it is. It's a little hedgehog. February 2026, a hedgehog. I think that is so cute. And I just wanted to point out, it's the little things often. Here's a little thing that we changed this year. Your stickers now come with a break in them, so they're gonna be a lot easier to peel. You're not gonna have to watch me fumble with it each month as I try to get the backing paper off. And sometimes it is just those little things that make a big difference. So we'll put our little February Polaroid picture on there with our hedgehog, and then we'll go ahead and take this backing off of the stamp, and that's just garbage, and then that reveals our cling mount on the back so that it's going to stick to the back of your panel, just like that. And of course, I have some extras to show you and some samples. So also available, you can grab the coordinating die for the hedgehog. It's available on the website. Whitney, can you remind me where all of the Critter Crew items are? I think they're under a specific category. Is it under new?
I'm looking right
Okay,
now.
Whitney's looking. The next thing here is the little sentiment set, and we did these as clear sets. As you know, we are known for rubber at Tailored Expressions, but being able to do these small clear sets and keep them very inexpensive with just a couple of options that are themed for each of these critters. This one says, sending hedgehogs, you make me smile. Sorry, I was prickly, and just a little something to brighten your day. All right, what'd you find, Whitney?
At the top of the TE website, there is a banner that it says, exclusive gift with purchase of $100. Oh, I'm sorry, with every order.
With every order,
yes,
okay.
and you click on that one, and then it will lead you to a page where it will show you the critter collection, and then it says shop the collection. And you can find all the goodies, previous month's goodies.
Okay. All right, let me show you some samples then that we have with the hedgehog. Jill Hawkins created these cuties, and I love how she added the little googly eye over here, and then look at this cute school-themed one with the hedgehogs hanging out on the pencil. That would be a fun little Valentine. I've got Valentines on the brain because our youngest is still in elementary school, so I need to get his Valentines ready to go for their class party. So super cute hedgehogs. And then take a look at the one that Sue did here. I love how she made it look like a tree, and those little hedgehogs are hanging out inside the tree with the mushrooms around the outside as well. And then you'll notice on these cards from both Jill and Sue, they were able to mirror the image so that they get a hedgehog facing each direction using our new mirror mats that we introduced last month. So if you're curious about mirror mats, you can even head to YouTube and you can search mirror mats, and a video will come up on how to use those in order to basically get a 2-for-1. You have one stamp that gives you a critter facing both directions. All right, then in addition to a freebie that comes with every order, we also have freebies that we send you with orders of $100 or more. So when you spend $100 or more in the month of February, you're going to be getting these fun embossing folders. These are both brand new. This one is called Tweed. You might recognize this pattern because it is a background stamp that we have in our collection. And I could not wait to get it as an embossing folder. I just love the texture that that adds. And then this one called Geo Blooms. Isn't that fun? So it's kind of, I named it Geo Blooms because they're geometric, but they sort of resemble little flowers to me. If you can pick out the flower center and the petals, I thought it might be even fun to put little gems kind of in the openings of the bloom centers to make that look cool. It also would be really neat embossed on silver foil cardstock. It has that kind of corrugated metal pattern to it as well. So then let's take a look at a couple more samples from Jill. We've got this one using the Tweed. I love how she pulled out those eyeglasses that we released last year for our Valentine release. You're spectacular. And then we've got the Geo Blooms over the top of this stenciled piece over here on the left. Isn't that beautiful? I'm gonna have to ask her, what did she use for these flowers? That doesn't look like a stencil that I'm aware of. She used circle stacklets to create her own little floral pieces. I know, so clever. So clever, I love that. Oh, thank you. Jamie is complimenting my nail polish color. I had fun with this one. It's called Cat Eye. Has anybody else ever done the cat eye one? They have that kind of highlight down the center of them that looks like a cat's eye. So kind of fun. All right, let's get to the big reveal of our newest product that is added to the Tailored Expressions collection today. I have been so excited about this. I'm not sure if she's joining in the live today. I sure hope so. But hi to Treasure from Blue Sparkle if she's watching. I have had the pleasure to know Treasure for quite a long time, and she and her husband have a 3D printing business called Blue Sparkle, and they make some amazing tools. So when Treasure brought this little tool to me, it's called the Bits and Pieces Tip and Tidy. I loved it, and I have been using it for a few months now, and I am just so excited to get it in your hands. So what is the Tip and Tidy? This is a little tray that connects to your Bits and Pieces bottles. I'm going to take one here that I have.
Treasure says, I'm here!
You're here! Yay! So glad you're here, and so excited to be sharing this product with everyone. It's totally genius. And it just connects to the bottle just like this. You just screw the bottle onto the tray, and then look at that. You just shake out your little, however many you want, however many or few that you want inside of that tray. You can easily set it down on the desk, which, you know what I love about this? It is flush with your desktop. One of the things I was worried about, and of course Treasure had already thought of, with the angle of this bottle, I thought the bottle's gonna pull this down and your little tray is gonna kind of sit upwards. But guess what? It doesn't. It is perfect. It just sits flat on your desktop, and then when you're ready to be done with that color, you can simply put it right back in there, unscrew, and put the lid back on. No mess, no crafty cleanup, no accidentally spilled bottle of gems everywhere. This fits on all of our Bits and Pieces bottles. So anything that comes in a Bits and Pieces bottle will connect to the Tip and Tidy. And the cool thing is, when you purchase a Tip and Tidy this week for our promotion, you will unlock a discount on all of our Bits and Pieces. So purchase a Tip and Tidy and you'll unlock 15% off of all of our Bits and Pieces. I'm going to pop this graphic up there just so you can see the beautiful rainbow of bits and pieces that we have. I also did want to make a mention that we have changed the name on many of our bits and pieces. So we wanted to align those with our color collection names to help you shop more confidently with the colors that we have matched. So now, for example, instead of purple glitter drops, you're going to buy jelly donut glitter drops. Same thing here. We've got what were previously green glitter drops, and we have the lime zest glitter drops. I know one of the bigger questions has been between a couple of the new glitter drops. So this is Plum Punch and this is Dragon Fruit. Plum Punch was previously known as Magenta, and Dragon Fruit was previously known as Pink. So they are similar colors. This one more purple in it with the magenta, original magenta name. So that one matches your Plum Punch a little bit better, and the Dragon Fruit matches your hot pinks a little bit better. So with the release of the new Tip and Tidy, we have some new bits and pieces joining the collection as well. So let's take a look at those. We have one of my favorite holiday colors to use is wintergreen. I've been putting this in my rainbows often as well, and I think it's such a fun Kelly green color. Also, if you're a St. Patrick's Day card maker, wintergreen is going to be something you're going to want for your St. Patty's Day cards. Then I mentioned the Plum Punch, which was previously magenta and was released at Virtual or Staycation last fall and in person, I believe. It was previously offered at an event. Same for Champagne, previously offered, but now making a full debut into the catalog. Somebody's asking, will you have a table identifying new and old names? If you go to the website, if you want to click on, let's say, Cherry Pop Glitter Drops, in the description it will say formerly known as Red Glitter Drops. So you can find all of that information on the website. Next up, we have Rock Candy. So the great thing about glitter drops too is they can kind of lean into a few different similar colors. I think this Rock Candy looks really nice with blue raspberry and also poblano pepper. So those are sort of family colors to the Rock Candy, and just happens to match best with Rock Candy, but would go great with those other colors as well. And then a new metallic for our collection, we have Pewter. So this is sort of a silver, a silvery gray, not quite as sparkly as our silver. I'll actually pull the silver in here so you can get an idea. So silver on the left and pewter on the right.
We had a great question. I'm not sure if you already said this, but maybe it's good repeating. Let's say you have some gems or little doodly boops, whatever you like to call them, that are not a TE brand. Can you talk about that too? How you can use that with a Tip and Tidy?
Yep. So we do offer these bits and pieces bottles empty. So you can find them on our website. I think they're called bits and pieces storage containers or something along those lines. You can transfer all of your little embellishments that you have in your collection into these bottles, and then you can use them easily with the Tip and Tidy. So good question. All right, let's take a look at a couple of samples, including what we're going to make today. This probably won't surprise you, but we're not making this one today, but I had so much fun making this. Do you see all those gems? I didn't have to dump them out on my desk and then clean them all up. I got to just attach each one of these colors to my little Tip and Tidy and then tidy it up easily. I used one of our Create and Quad stencils for the background, and then another fun thing that I decided to try, I actually applied the glitter grab through one of the layers of the stencil because I wanted to see if I could just then, with the glitter grab still wet, just place those little embellishments over the top. So this is something that does adhere, it dries clear. It is, as well as a foil and glitter grab, it is an adhesive that you can spread over your stencil areas and then use it to add the gems. So super fun little disco ball card. Gonna have to find a 17-year-old to give that to. Woo! My kids are still a ways away from that. But let me show you the project we're going to make today. I pulled out some of my favorite older products to pair with the glitter drops. Look at how fun that is to just give a little bit of embellishment to a stenciled image. You don't have to do every single rainbow. We're going to pop in 3 of them for this project, and it just adds such fun little bits of sparkle. So, should we get started? All right. I am going to grab a piece of sugar cube cardstock. So I've already pre-cut this to the size that I am going to use on the card front. It is, let's see, 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. It looks like it came from the additional A2 layer stacklets. And the reason I chose that size is because I want it to sit right inside of this little stitched border that we're adding around the outside of the card base when it's time. But for now, we're going to do our stenciling first. Actually, we're going to do our die cutting first with the Fanfare cutting plate. And this is a stitched design that has a coordinating layering stencil to then fill in the openings between the stitches with a rainbow of colors. So we're going to go ahead and place that centered on here. And sometimes I do like to put a little bit of tape on the back. And my die cut machine is going to end up cutting through this tape, but at least it holds it down and centered on my die while I turn it over and place it in my machine. You kind of have to, one of the words I like to use is finagle. You sort of got to finagle it a little bit to make sure your paper stays centered on there. You could also die cut your pattern first on a larger piece of paper and then use the A2 layer stacklets to cut it to the size that you want it. Somebody said black sparkle gems are needed. You know what? I'll give you the rundown on the black sparkle gems. So we do have black rhinestones in our collection, and our navy sparkle gems, I thought they were black. So I ordered the darkest color that they have, and then we got them, and I was like, you know what? I don't think these are black. We better call them blue corn. So I haven't been able to find a black enough glitter drop to get them into our catalog. So I'm not ignoring your requests, just still trying to work with the manufacturer to get a true black color. Okay, let's go ahead and tack this down to our work surface. And this stencil then is called the Fanfare stencil. You can use it by itself to create these rainbows, or you can visually align it with the stitching on this design. So I'm gonna have to get my head real close down in there so I can see that this is actually, you know what? It's gonna be easier to pull the paper up. So never mind my idea to tack it down. I'm gonna grab myself some teal tape so I'm ready. Once I find the spot, of course I pick it up and pull it closer to my face and it just like drops into place. It's probably a good solid idea to do that. So it looks like I can see the stitching lines and I've got a good spacing here. And then I'm going to tack this down. Okay. And we'll go ahead and add a few more pieces of teal tape on top. And we're going to start with the largest arc using the dragon fruit ink. And the blend is going to be really simple on this one. I'm not doing any dimensional blending. I just picked 6 of my favorite rainbow colors for a bright card, and I'm going to apply them straight to the cardstock without any shadowing. Also, something I forgot to tease you guys with. Guess what we have today, Whitney?
I'm so excited!
We have tea to spill.
I know!
I know.
It never happens for us.
You guys, I don't get to spill tea very often because typically I'm showing the new release products on Tuesday, and then whoever has the Thursday live is showing you a little sneak peek of what's coming the following Tuesday. And so I usually don't get a chance to do the little peeks, but I have tea to spill today with an announcement for something new that's coming on Thursday, and you're gonna have to tune in until the end to see it. I'm not as nice as Heather. All right, so there's layer 1. This is a 6-layer stencil because, you know, technically rainbows do have 6 colors, even though sometimes I like to try to forget about purple, but not today. All right, we'll put this second layer down and just kind of shimmy it a little bit to get it in place. That's a fun word too, shimmy it. Okay, tack that down on the back with that teal tape that I left on the back of the cardstock. And our second color is going to be, you guessed it, orange candy corn. And while I'm doing this blending, let me pop up this graphic on the screen so you guys have something else to look at while I'm adding this candy corn color. I want you to mark your calendars because Whitney and I are planning a super fun Galentine's Day live for everyone. It's just a fun time to get together. No purchases necessary. We're gonna have snacks, prizes. We're gonna craft together. I'm gonna show you a fun idea to create a garland for your craft room, and it's going to be simple. And I am super excited to share it with you and to just have some fun together. It's not super often that we do evening lives, so this one is going to go from 7 to 8:30 on February 12th. So please plan to join us for Galentine's Day.
I love hanging out with my crafty friends.
I know, it's going to be so fun. Somebody asked a question, could you stencil first and then use the cutting plate? I have tried some different ways to do that, and it is not a good option because you can't see through the cutting plate to line up your design. So I tried actually to just test it out. I wanted to see if I cut it into vellum and then tried to align it over the top of my already stenciled piece and then send it back through my die cut machine, but that did not work. So, good question. Oh, that's so nice. Susan says she has us inked in her planner for Galentine's Day.
Oh.
That's some commitment there too.
I know.
We got an ink in the planner. Whitney, I know you do a lot of paper planning. Do you use ink or do you use like erasable ink or pencil or?
I love like pens, so I don't usually grab pencil.
Okay. You just cross it off.
Yeah, if it's in there, it's in there. Or
Yes.
if I have to cross it off, then I don't get too crazy. I'm just like, you know what? Check. Cross it out.
All right. There's the yellow. Next up, I'm on to layer 4. Okay. is probably another way you could do this. If you lined up layer 1 and marked your alignment squares, then you wouldn't have to visually line up every layer. So there are other ways you could play with the alignment, depending on what you think is easiest. So we've got layer 4 here is Dill Pickle. Any news on the mini mink? I don't have any. I think last time I said we're looking at late February to early March for having those back in stock, and the manufacturer has been making some style changes, and so I'm excited. I haven't seen it yet, but I've been told about it, and I think it will be some fun changes for those of you that like to foil, just in the look of the machine and not the functionality as far as I've been told. Okay, layer 5 then, we're getting there. I am making sure that I'm looking at each layer for that etched item number in the bottom corner. That tells me I have the design right side up, and it also tells me that I have the layer that I want, which is layer 5. We're getting there. Okay, tack that down, and this layer is going to be blue raspberry. Kim is asking, can we redeem our crafty points now? We did launch our new crafty points yesterday, and I know we have a known issue currently with visibility of the bar on mobile devices. So Kim, if you're shopping on a mobile device, that might be what you're experiencing. I know they're working on it. If you're not on a mobile device, then I would recommend reaching out to customer service. They would probably have more up-to-date information than I do. Okay, close. I lost a piece of tape, so let's stick that back on the back here so our stencil will stay in place. And then we have layer 5, our final layer. I decided to throw in something a little different with this rainbow. I went with Cake Pop, which is sort of like a cornflower blue, a little bit of a purpley blue. And I love it. We just released Cake Pop. When did we release Cake Pop? In December?
December.
Yeah, so it's a new friend that we get to play with more now.
I love how vibrant it is. Like you said, it's really it's bright and fun. I love it.
It is. It's different than anything else we have too, as far as like blending combos, and it's fun to pop in with other colors that you might not even expect it to go with. So this is one of those rainbows that's given me Lisa Frank vibes. It is bright and fun. All right. Oh, that's pretty.
Woo-hoo!
Look at that. Yeah, Shelly says Cake Pop and Plum Tart are getting a lot of crafty love. I know not everyone has Plum Tart yet. That one is going to be released here this month. So if you weren't part of our advent calendar and you didn't get the Plum Tart color yet, then we will be adding that to the collection. Okay. Got a little bit of adhesive on there that I need a little more alcohol and a little elbow grease for. I kind of become crazy about my glass board being clean all the time. Even if it has like smudges on it, I have to wash it. All right, so we've got this panel and we're gonna go ahead and do our gems on it. And I am gonna grab my dragon fruit, and we'll grab the tip and tidy, and like I said, we'll just screw that on there. And the thing about these is I gotta find all the little ones, the little guys for this. So I did a little pre-work, and actually I can't take credit for this. Sarah did some pre-work, and she took out the gems and she turned them all over so they're right side up so that I can move a little bit faster through this. But I am gonna show you here with the first color, the dragon fruit, what this looks like inside the tip and tidy. And I need my glue press. And then I have to remind myself which rainbows I'm doing. 1, 2, and 3. So we'll start down here on this one. I'm just gonna put one strip of glue across that dragon fruit stripe. And then I can start grabbing the gems from inside of my tip and tidy and picking them out and placing them onto the rainbow. Again, I gotta keep finding my tiny guys because that's what fits best inside of the rainbow arc that we have here. Those guys are too big. And sometimes you gotta turn them over so they're the right direction. Get some more out there and put some more back in. Okay.
I feel like the tip and tidy is putting my cleanup job at risk.
I don't know. I will still probably manage to spill it. And then you're back into
We're
cleanup.
Good. Okay. We were just talking this morning, you know, one of those stress reliever things is organizing craft supplies.
Oh, yes.
Like,
Whitney said when she feels stressed, she cleans.
Taylor found me in the craft room this morning. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm organizing. She's like, stressful? Stressful night? Oh my God.
Anybody else out there a stress cleaner?
Yes.
I think it's a thing, Whitney. I don't think you're alone.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. If other people also, you know, I also love a clean craft room because it gives you like that,
yes.
Like you walk in, you're going to create something magical and magnificent, and guess what? Everything's in order. It doesn't happen that way all the time, but it feels good. Feels good.
I think there are worse things you could be. I mean, a stress cleaner sounds great.
Ooh.
I tend to be a stress eater. So
I do that too.
Can you give me some of your stress cleaner mode, and then I can retire the stress eater part. Okay, so to move things on a little bit faster, I'm gonna bring in my little tray of gems that Sarah so wonderfully put out for me that has them all tipped up. You know, these are the benefits of having wonderful help, and I'm sorry that the rest of you have to turn over your own glitter drops. But it's worth it when you get to the end of the project, and it's super cute. I think I'm going to, I think I underestimated how long it was going to take me to do this. So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking everybody doesn't want to watch me glitter 18 arcs of rainbow here. So I'm going to move back down to this one down here, and we'll at least get one whole one done. And then I'll have enough to put the card together, I think. I'm gonna put down an orange row and a yellow row. So we've got our candy corn glitter drops that are gonna go on top of the candy corn layer. And you'll notice that I did mix and match the colors. So I blended the yellow with sweet corn, and then the glitter drops are actually lemon meringue. So you don't have to feel like you have to use the exact color name with the exact ink color name. It gives you kind of a starting point to know, but they do lean and match with lots of different colors in the same family. Do, 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 do.
Someone said watching you add gems is making them have less stress.
Oh, is this
so this is also a good coping mechanism for us. But you did say when you were creating this card too, you were like, it's really fun.
It is, yes.
It's like you get into it and you're just putting one after another, and then you see it all finished and it's like, so worth it.
Even the one that I did with the whole backgrounds covered in the rainbow kind of disco card that I showed you earlier was fun to do. Took a while, but I enjoyed it. I feel like maybe I should pop in a little bit closer so you guys can see how this is going. So we've got Dill Pickle on this next arc, and then we've got blue raspberry, and we'll just go ahead and do the cake pop too. All right, let's turn this around here.
Oh, Barb said she's got a great idea for you.
Okay.
For your pick and place tool, she said put a big gem on one of the caps, and that's the one that is your pick and place.
Oh, Barb.
Everyone's saying, Barb, you're a genius.
Why did we not think of this before? Okay, so Barb is saying put some glue right on here.
Yes.
And then put one of the bigger glitter drops on there and just glue it on there, and then you'll know that that end is the gem picker. Oh, I gotta do that.
I know. We
okay.
got this today.
It's happening today, Barb. I love that idea because you know what? I pull off the wrong end literally every single time. I'm like, shouldn't I be at least 50-50 on this guess? But it feels like I am somewhere in the 10% of the time I pull off the right end that I actually want to use. And I do use the die pick end, but it seems like whichever one I want to be using is not the one that I open. Kind of like that rule when you're in line at a store and whatever line you pick is the one that moves the slowest. It just is. That's how it works. All right. Isn't that great? I love that. Okay, I think maybe with these gems laid out, that went a lot faster, and I don't want to, I can do this one after I put the card together, but this one kind of overlaps my sentiment. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one too. I love all of your solutions you guys come up with for the problems we encounter. I think that's part of the fun of what I get to do every day is think about what are the problems we're encountering as crafters. And some of them are as easy as gluing a gem to the end of your pick and place tool. And others are bigger. So if you have a crafty problem that you would like me to solve, reach out. Taylor at tailoredexpressions.com. All right. Getting closer.
You're doing great.
I have to say, Sarah is the true MVP here because this is way faster. I highly recommend, now that I am doing it this way, maybe getting out multiple tip and tidies and turning over the ones that you need. If you're trying to look for all one size, that does make it a little bit more challenging than if you're just adding a few gems here and there and you can use all of the sizes. All right, we'll go ahead with the teal and the cake pop. And then we can get on with the rest of the project. Purple. It is kind of like watching someone color. I think that's relaxing too. Even though I like to color, I also like to watch other people color. Okay, so there we have 2 of our rainbows finished, and we're gonna go ahead and set that aside to hopefully dry a little bit while we get the rest of the card ready to go. So next, I am going to take that cross-stitched border. This is the cross-stitch rectangle stacklets. I use the largest one, probably the most. And I'm going to take and open up my card base because I don't want this to cut into the back of my card, just the front. So I'll grab my die cut machine over here again and we'll tack down that die centered on that card front. Okay. So that is kind of just creates a fun little pattern to draw your eye into the center of the card. And our main focal panel is going to adhere on foam tape right inside of that border. Now we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment. So I have a piece of sugar cube cardstock here. The sentiment that I grabbed is from this stamp set called You Color Me Happy. I think this one is so fun to use with rainbow themed things. There's a lot of good ones in here. You color me happy, you brighten my day. Sending you a rainbow of happiness is fabulous, and that's the one that I chose. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that. I'm putting it in the middle because I'm going to use the cloud stacklet to die cut it. I can actually save a little bit by moving it down just a touch, but we'll die cut the sentiment after I emboss it. I'm gonna use the anti-static powder tool to reduce the static on the cardstock before I stamp it with Versamark ink. Or no, I'm sorry, VersaFine Clair ink. So this is our Nocturne ink that we use often for embossing sentiments. When you want it to be shiny and black, I need a little piece of scrap paper, Whitney.
Sure.
Can you grab me a new VersaFine too? I think this one maybe needs to be re-inked. So.
I could do that too.
Thank you. Laura's asking, where are the ink pad labels? So right now we only have ink pad labels available for our 10 new colors that were released last year. And we have more coming, so they are going to be part of a release in February, so stay tuned. We will have labels for every color of cardstock and ink in our collection. Okay, my little piece of scrap paper, and we'll go ahead and put clear embossing powder over this. This VersaFine Clair Nocturne is a different type of ink. It is a pigment ink that stays wet longer than dye-based inks, which means you can use it to emboss. It is nice and dark black, which is why you will see me using it with clear embossing powder to get that beautifully embossed black sentiment without using black embossing powder. I have come to dislike black embossing powder. There's always some kind of flyaway that gets on my paper and messes it up. So I like the clear because if there are any flyaways, you just don't see them. All right. Sending you a rainbow of happiness. We'll grab the die cut machine one last time here. And the Cloud Stacklets is the die set that I'm using. And I'm going to use, I believe it's this one, the third smallest or third largest, the one in the middle. I'll position that centered on the sentiment. It's almost like it was designed to fit in there. It fits perfectly. Okay, set that aside. So after I finish putting the whole card together, I'll add this last bit of glitter drops up in the corner to finish it off, but just so you guys don't have to watch me do all of that, I'm gonna go ahead and adhere my little clouds first. Got my little box of adhesive here, and we'll just pull out my squares. And I'm going to pop up all of the clouds that are in the background. I already die cut the other two clouds that you see from the two smaller sizes in the same Cloud Stacklets set. Okay, we've got little guy here that needs a half one. And then this one. Okay, so the little one's going to go at the top. And as you arrange these, you kind of think about varying them so they're in a bit of a triangle, if that makes sense when you add really anything to your card, like embellishments. If you're adding glitter drops that are just sort of supposed to look random in the background, you want to add those in triangles. It's just more pleasing to the eye. Okay. Got that kind of overlapped off of the edge, and I might not have needed that other little piece of foam tape. It looks like I'm just going to end up cutting that off anyway. Just like that. And then we're going to use our thin foam for the back of this panel just to pop it up slightly inside the frame that we die cut into the front. This comment was probably from a long time ago, but Rachel says, "I'm stressed, Whitney. Can you come clean my room?"
I'm coming! I'm here for it.
And we have some other stress hobbies as well. We have a stress buyer. A stress shopper. Yes, with you also. Okay. All right, we'll center that inside, like I said, inside of that stitched stacklet that we cut into the front. And there it is. Super cute, right? So fun. I'll bring this one in because it's fun to see all of the sparkle and shine with that final one completed. All right, guess what? It's time. we had a customer send us these napkins that she found, and I just love them. Spill the tea, spill the tea. And also this one says, give me all the tea. So this isn't going to be all the tea. This is going to be just a little heads up about something that we do around Tailored Expressions called Throwback Thursday. And we are doing that one each month for the next 3 months. So they aren't going to fall on the same day every month. You'll just have to kind of pay attention as they pop into the schedule. But our very first Throwback Thursday is happening this week on Thursday. And we are throwing it back not to the not so distant past. And we are going to share with you Timeless Blooms. This was one of our most popular kits last year. It actually was not the most popular. That one went to Nature's Canvas, but this Timeless Blooms, super popular. And we have some new products that we'll be adding to the collection. Do you see them here? I am excited for you guys to see what Thursday brings. Whitney, can you remind me who's on the schedule for Thursday's live? Heather will be live with you on Thursday. So make a plan to tune in. It'll be something a little bit different than what you are used to, since we've got new products for you happening with our first throwback of 2026. All right, that was a doozy. That was a big one, and we still even made it in before 11. I feel like I did a lot of talking, but we got some really fun crafting in, and I hope you're inspired by that tip and tidy. I think it's going to be a really fun thing, a useful tool in the craft room. So thank you to Treasure for bringing that to us at Tailored Expressions, and we are super excited to share it with all of you now. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Tune in on Thursday. Whitney and I will be back on Saturday for our release reveal that is posted on the Fans of Tailored Expressions page, so check that out.